This one says 1/2 the sum of a number and 4 is 12 more than the number. Find the number. 1/2 the sum of a number and 4 is 12 more than the number. Find the number. 1/2 the sum of a number and 4 is 12 more than the number. Find the number. Notice the key word for the equals mark is. So here's where the equals will be. On the left we have 1/2 the sum of a number and 4. Sum means the answer in addition, and so we have 1/2 of the answer when we add together a number and 4. That means that we must have something to stand for the number. Once again, we'll tell our reader what letter we're using to stand for the number. And again, I have chosen X. So I'll first write number equals and announce the letter I'm using, which is X. So on the left-hand side of the equation, I have 1/2 the sum of X and 4. 1/2 the sum of X and 4. Remember that the sum means the answer in addition, and so that must be in parentheses. 1/2 times, in parentheses, X plus 4. On the right, I have 12 more than the number. 12 more than means I add 12 to the number, and so I write X plus 12. And so my equation now is 1/2 times, in parentheses, X plus 4 is equal to X plus 12. So I've accomplished the first part, which is to do the translation, translate into an equation. Now all that's left is to solve the equation. Remember that to solve an equation, we first simplify each member of the equation. On the left, I can distribute 1/2 through the parentheses and get 1/2 X plus 1/2 times 4. Half of 4 is 2, and so I get 1/2 X plus 2. And the right-hand side is simply X plus 12. Now, noticing that I have fraction in the problem, I'll eliminate the fraction by multiplying everything by the common denominator, which is 2. And so on both sides of the equation, I'll multiply 2. And that gives me 2 times the expression 1/2 X plus 2 is equal to 2 times the expression X plus 12. Now we'll distribute the 2. 2 times 1/2 is 1, so we get 1X, or simply X. 2 times 2 is 4. So on the left I get X plus 4. And on the right, 2 times X is 2X, 2 times 12 is 24. And so I get X plus 4 is equal to 2X plus 24. Now we have variable and constant on the left, variable and constant on the right, and so we sort laundry. We need to get the variable terms on the left, the constant terms on the right. That means we will remove the 4 from the left. To remove the 4 that's added, we add its opposite, so we'll add -4 to both sides of the equation. This gives us X plus 4 add -4 equals 2X plus 24 add -4. Adding -4 on the left gives us 0 added to X because the plus 4 and -4 cancel. On the right, 24 and -4 combine to give us 20, and so we get X equals 2X plus 20. Now, continuing to sort laundry, we remove the 2X from the right-hand side by adding its opposite. So we'll add the opposite of 2X, which is -2X, to both sides of the equation. X plus -2X equals 2X plus 20 plus -2X. X plus -2X gives us -1X, or simply the opposite of X. On the right, the 2x and negative 2x cancel, leaving us with 20. And so we get the opposite of x is equal to 20. Now, remembering that there's an understood coefficient of -1 for the x, we divide both sides by that coefficient, which is -1. On the left, the opposite of x divided by -1 is x. On the right, 20 divided by -1 is -20. And so we've got x is equal to -20. Now, what about the check? Excuse me. Remember that the check is to be done in the words, which is what's back at the beginning, the original. At the beginning we had 1/2 the sum of a number and 4 is 12 more than the number. And so we'll check 1/2 the sum of a number and 4 equals 12 more than the number. I have rewritten the words in the check format so that we have 1/2 the sum of a number and 4. Here's the is for the equals mark. 12 more than the number. So on the left-hand side of the equals, I'll fill in 1/2 the sum of the number and 4. My number is -20, 1/2 of the sum of -20 and 4. On the right, 12 more than the number. I have 12 more than -20, which is -20 add 12. Now we simplify. On the left, work inside the parentheses. -20 plus 4 is -16. On the right, -20 plus 12 is -8. And then on the left, half of -16 is -8. And so we get -8 is equal to -8, which is true. That means that the number I'm checking, which was -20, is the correct answer. So back at my solution, I can box in x is equal to -20 because I know that checks for this problem. The problems we've done so far have been simply direct translations dealing with numbers, just a number. Now we'll take a look at consecutive integer problems, which is our second objective on this tape. For consecutive integers, the integers, you remember, are the numbers that appear on a number line. Consecutive means one right after the other. And so if I start at an integer, the next integer would be whatever comes next on the number line. And so I would have, for instance, starting with 8, the next would be 9, and then 10, and then 11, and then it would continue on and on in the same fashion. 12, 13, 14, 15, etc. So consecutive integers might be 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on. If I know where I start, this is easy. If I don't know where I start, I must create little formulas for these. So let's pretend that the formula I'll create for the first number is simply x. Now, anytime you're creating formulas, you want them to be as simple as possible. We cannot get any simpler than just a single letter. We always use a single letter as one of the formulas in our list if we have more than one. So I'll let x be my very first one. Then what do I do to 8 to get 9? I add 1. And so for the next formula, I would write x plus 1. Then what do I do to get to 10? I'll add 1 to that. If I take x plus 1 and add 1, I'll get x plus 2 for the next formula, followed by x plus 3, and so on and so on. And so the formulas for consecutive integers will always be x for the first one, followed by x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3, and so on. Consecutive integers. Start with x, and then to get to the next one you add 1, and then keep adding 1 over and over to get however many are needed.